get some water here. I did a lot of yelling tonight. Washington State's a very difficult team to guard because they spread you out with shooters, and they have an all-conference big man with Muhammad Gay in there, and he was terrific tonight. So it's hard to guard. We're really proud of our team. We hung in there and made the plays last few minutes to win the game. It was back and forth, very unusual game. We were down early, came back, took the lead. They retook it, and then we finished the game. So our players stepped up. Drew and Boogie stepped up, scoring, and Kobe hit that big three. Kobe stole that ball when we double teamed, and he read the cutter. That was an incredible steal. Just his anticipation. That's why to me, he's the best defensive player in the Pac-12. To see that cut happen and then go and steal the ball was one of probably the biggest play of the game. And then he comes down and hits that three when we reverse the ball to him, and that was great team basketball. So this is a team win. We missed Josh Morgan, obviously. He had to start out with 5 points and only played 5 minutes. And anytime you're playing a big guy like we were, that had it going, you'd like to have your starting center in there, and so we hope Josh is okay.
Andy, 2 questions. First, Boogie was 5 for 6 from 3 and didn't make his twos. He had some games like that last year. Is that just something you live with?
Well, he was 5 for 9 from the three. Is that what you meant? He made 5 threes.
Right.
So, but he was 6 of 15 overall. So he was 1 for 6 from a 2-point line. I mean, he had clean looks. We ran that side ball screen play, and Gay wasn't leaving Drew, and Boogie had a wide open 8-footer, and he just short armed it. I don't know what you want me to say about that. You know, the leading scorer at 31, he had 23. You got to make that. You can't come up short on that one. So he had some clean looks. He just missed it. But he played very hard. He played a lot of minutes. 4 assists, 1 turnover, 5 rebounds, and Drew had 4 assists, no turnovers, to go along with all his points.
In the first half, Gabe was having a lot of success in that 2-man game that they were running. Was that maybe a result of how successful they were shooting the outside ball the last time you guys played?
Well, there's a few ways to guard ball screens or dribble handoffs. They run a lot of tight handoffs and ball screens. You can hard hedge, or you can drop coverage and let your big guy protect the rim. But we had to get out of the drop coverage. If you drop coverage, you're 2-on-2 with a ball handler and the big guy, and you can get out to the shooters. But that wasn't working too well because they were attacking us at the rim, and so we started hard hedging more, like we did the last couple games, and that seemed to work. So we did change up our ball screen coverage to adjust.
You mentioned that, how much you guys missed Josh and how much Gay was a factor. What can you say about the way Vince played in a career high 22 minutes, team high plus 13?
Yeah, Vince was terrific. He played very hard. He's starting to get a good feel, good rhythm. It's just so hard for him when you go through what he did and then not play. Forget about the medical issue. Talking about the lack of playing. He had no training camp, no summer basketball, had no fall, no scrimmages. We throw him into Pac-12 play in the middle of the season, and it takes a little bit to adjust. So I thought he was great defensively. He had 4 big blocks, and offensively he'll come around. He just right now we just need him to just defend and rebound and finish around the rim.
How difficult did that make, just managing the rotation in that front court, not having Josh?
Well, not having Josh is one of the best defensive big guys in the country, and not having him in there to be able to rotate. I thought Johnny played hard. Yaroslav came in, Harry came in, but when you're playing a special talent like Muhammad Gay, you need a bigger guy in there sometimes, and he had a special night offensively, and I thought our down the last couple minutes, Vince did a great job of preventing that.
This team gives up a lot of scoring runs, but also goes on a lot of scoring runs. Why do you think that is?
Well, when you're in league play, anything can happen, and it's hard to explain. We're streaky. We're very, like you said, the runs. We are very streaky offensively at times, but we made 9 threes tonight. I think we made 10 last Thursday against UCLA. We're starting to shoot the ball better. We're starting to get cleaner looks, and we're starting to drive it much more and make plays for our teammates.
Heard you say Vince is still on the minutes restriction. How do you manage that with the possibility that you might need him a little bit more going forward?
Well, his health is the first, so we don't mess around with that. We try to manage it as best we can. We measure his heart rate on the side at live time, and then we also measure how many times he runs. If he's in a flurry where there's no dead ball or no timeout, and he runs up and down the court 4 straight times. That's a lot of running right away. So we try to do our best to get him the breaks when we can. And our other Josh is out with an ankle injury for a while. And the other guys on the bench have to step up.
Is it the most minutes he's played since coming back?
Yes.
Obviously because of the Morgan injury. And how encouraging is it just in the longest you played him, one of his most impactful plays, the 2 blocks coming at the very end?
Yeah, that's I said he had 4 fouls and we took him out, and then with 4:24 left, put him back in, and we were going to ride with him to see if he could not commit the foul. And I thought he played great defense, played with his feet, and then he was able to challenge late and get those 2 big blocks.
You mentioned that you feel Kobe's the best defender in the conference. Where do you feel like you've seen him take that big jump from freshman to sophomore year?
Well, Kobe's becoming an all-around player. He made a big 3 tonight, and according to him, that's what he does now. He's a 3-point specialist. So he does it all. But he had 3 assists, no turnovers. He had that big steal. I think he's been averaging 2 steals a game. But he gets a lot of deflections, and he's a good. And he knows all the rotations on defense. He can guard big guys, he can guard small players, quicker players, and he uses his size and length very well. But his anticipation, like that steal he had when he beat the cutter to the cut, because he knew that guy was cutting, and when we doubled, he knew the ball, the passer was going to throw that pass, and he beat the guy there and stole the ball. Now that's just that IQ and anticipation and feel for the game. You don't coach that. That's what Kobe's developed by playing so long, and it's very much like the Anthony Melton that we had here, who is one of the best steals guy in the NBA right now, playing for the Philadelphia 76ers. DeAnthony had that ability. Jordan McLaughlin had it too, where they just anticipate and they know where the ball's going before it gets there, and they get a lot of deflections, a lot of steals.
Coach, after the UCLA game, you said your team is really improving. What areas are they improving in?
Well, offensive, we're much more efficient. Defensive, we're still number 1 in the nation, 2-point field goal percent defense. And last year we were 2nd, year before that we were 3rd, and year before that we were 7th. So our 2-point defense is a staple for this program, and our guys have bought into that. The 3-point defense, I thought tonight we did a good job of getting to their shooters. They got that one late on. We had our hands on the ball twice in the same possession and couldn't get an offensive rebound, a loose ball, and they kicked it out and made a 3. Well, it's hard to guard that because everybody is going for a loose ball, and so we've improved offensively. If you watch this early in the season, like Kobe and Reese and these guys and Trey White and Josh and all, other than Drew and Boogie, we had no one with any big game experience that was relied upon. Kobe played 2 minutes a game last year. So we start the season, we were not very good. And Drew and Boogie were a little streaky, and then once we were able to get some experience, we relied on our defense to keep us in games, and then we've become a better offensive team now.
Andy, can you talk about the 7 turnovers? It seems like when you guys keep them under 10, you guys are usually successful.
Well, that 10's a pretty good number. I think the average probably 12. So we only had 7 tonight, 14 assists. We have 7 blocks and 5 steals. So when we're sharing the ball and making plays, that's why I said we're getting better at making quicker decisions and either passing it right away or driving and kicking. And I think that helps your team offense. It also helps your assist total. Now we do run a lot of isolations for Drew and Boogie. What they're called your best offensive players for a reason. And we did that tonight. We tried to get the mismatches on some of their defenders we thought we could take advantage of and at least create some space and get in the lane and make plays. And Drew and Boogie did a really good job of just passing at the right time when they didn't have a shot.
Against Arizona State, the team kind of had a little bit of a meltdown. Against UCLA, they had a great second half. Tonight, they were in a close game down the end. Do you think they learned their lesson in that game down in Tempe?
No. I mean, we were up 24, so according to them, we were never going to lose it.
Do you have any update on Josh's health? Was it an ankle?
It's an ankle injury. Yeah, the last 4 minutes of the Arizona State game, I was embarrassed to be the head coach at that point. I just wanted to go hide somewhere. But when you get a road win, you win by 8 on the road at Arizona State, that's pretty good. The same guys that got us a 24-point lead were the same guys. Drew turned the ball over 3 straight times. What am I going to take him out? Reese turned it over, Trey turned it over, Boogie turned it. Well, you threw that lob. You're like, what am I going to take him out? No, I'm riding with these guys. They got the lead, and they have to finish games. And so that was just a lack of mental toughness right there. They relaxed being up so big in that Arizona State game, and give Arizona State credit. They play very hard, and they fly all over the place, and they're trapping, so other than that, to get that big lead, we played outstanding offensive basketball the whole night, and we continued that here the last couple games.
Last question.
Andy, Kobe tonight didn't score till that three with, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to go. Does it work playing somebody 30 minutes who is a tremendous defensive player but may not score much? Is that?
Well, his ankle, he sprained his ankle, and so I knew he wasn't 100% offensively. But I didn't think he played 29 minutes, honestly, but he was great. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, 1 steal, and he does it. He can go out. He had double figures last game. I don't care if Kobe scores a point, because he helps you win. He just helps you win in so many areas. Now, do we need a guy that plays 30 minutes? Of course, he has to score for us eventually, but I thought he was great. UCLA down the stretch made all those free throws. He's a pressure free throw guy. And then he made that big 3 tonight. So he has stepped up, especially in the last few minutes of these big games when it's been close in the last month and a half of the season.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.